Okay, on to our Frankenstein install here of our ARB pressure sensor with the Bluetooth app and all that jazz. Super cool. Don't mind this. This is a whole setup I got going on. More details on it later. Anyways, I have a slightly different ARB compressor that came from their portable kit, so it doesn't have the larger manifold. So I'm kind of Frankensteining a little connection here. But a little, I guess, update, I guess. This is kind of what the manifold looks like. This is this and this are your main parts here. This apparently is the brain. It's got a little PC board in there. This is the deflator solenoid, I guess, and this is the inflator solenoid, I guess. And here's your pressure sensor. And it has this neat little block, which is labeled, which is super sweet. And yeah, pretty cool. Ideally, this plugs into whatever fitting or manifold. And then you have, this right here is your out. So this is where you plug in your air hose. And then you can just control it via the app. So, pretty cool. Grounding wire for our brain. And really long power wire. Now this, as you'll notice, is a little bit focused, maybe not, whatever. This is a little bit different. It has a little extra prong there. The idea is that this right here slides in to the power slot on your switch, and then the power switch that was the power cable that was already in the switch gets tacked on to this, so you kind of get like two wires in one. And that's really it for the wiring. Plug it in. You already have this wired supposedly, and just put this on the ground somewhere to the body and plug that in, and you're basically good to go. Mount this up wherever you want, ideally not somewhere, mount this up wherever you want, ideally not somewhere that is going to be, I don't know, in a metal box, for example, where the Bluetooth signal will be hard to get through, and mount this somewhere. Now this doesn't, at least I don't think it says in the instructions, but this has this little plate, which I'm going to safely assume is for mounting. This kind of fits in between here, these little holes, and this mounts to whatever piece, wall, planet, whatever. These two guys here, they came, it's one-handed, so a little off. They came already pre-installed, which is fine. Just gonna take them off. I'm always nervous about taking something off that was pre-installed, just because, I don't know, I always am. The only thing I'm not happy about so far is, one, it's a lot of extra wire there, which is actually normally a good thing. Just for my little circumstances, it's just so much, I don't need it. So I'm going to be wrapping it up. But the real thing that I'm annoyed about is this block. It's great, it's made well, it's machined well and all that jazz, but these all seem to be 1/8 inch holes, which is fine, but 1/4 would be better. Just, I have a lot more fittings, and generally you have more accessibility to fittings that are 1/4, 3/8, and so forth. Not so much 1/8. Now they have obviously all the parts you can get in order. They just didn't come with them, which again is fine, but why not just go to 1/4? I don't know. You can make this a little bit bigger if you need to. Part of me really wants the 1/4 because, I want more higher airflow, more CFM, all that jazz. However, while I was double checking, because I knew they obviously did this for a reason, I finally found my specs on these, and I found the manual and whatnot. And apparently this guy only does like 4 CFM. So 1/8 is more than fine. So yeah, it's a non-problem other than annoyance. Again, this is more annoying for me right now because I'm kind of Frankensteining an install. Their portable one doesn't have the biggest manifold, so it doesn't have them pre-drilled for 1/8. So it's pre-drilled for 1/4. So I'm basically going from 1/4 to 1/4, down to 1/4, make a little adapter there, down to 1/8. So it's all fine. I have all the parts that can do it. Just annoying that I had to go out get a couple extra parts and do it. Would love to just have plugged this basically in and be done. But oh well, other than that, super cool, and we'll see how it turns out. Now I noticed when I was installing my little plate here, you take off these little guys. They have a little twist cap, all right, little nut. Take that off. Underneath it, you have this little O-ring. Very, very carefully remove it with something much safer like a piece of plastic. Or you could use one of these little hooks and go extra closely. Slowly, and pay attention very closely because this has a point, obviously. And these are going to be relatively fragile. Now, they're brand new, they're going to be fine, but just, you know, go easy at it. Don't pop it and tear it. Anyways, once you get this off, the unit here just slides off super easily. And then, ideally, you get the other one off, you put this guy down there, and be good to go. Once they're both off, it looks like this. We take this guy. Make sure to put these ones on there, not the small ones. And they will fit flush right between the poles. And you can just put these back on. It'll be nice and good to go. Now, obviously, before you put this on, you may want to, if you're going to have bolts run through, start feeding the bolts through now, just so it's just a lot easier to deal with. And when you're together, it's going to look something like this. See, these guys bolts are pre-installed, so you can actually get to them with a open end wrench. When you're installing this back, make sure this one is on the left, red on the left, and purple on the right. At least that's what the instructions say. Slide this over the pole. Very carefully take your little O-ring there, pin it down for a second. Try not to use your nails again, just your skin. You really don't want to puncture these. And then before that pops back at you, you can take this. It is flared, or countersunk. Face it over that, and gentle pressure. Okay, all right, we're set. Perfect, we're on the threads. Just tighten it down. Again, do not over tighten this, otherwise you're gonna have a really bad day. But yeah, we're good to go. Now we can mount this probably right here on this side wall. And then I'm gonna have this guy run to it here. This will be mounted upside down. And the brain, let me show you real quick. Sorry, I actually tried to use a camera mount for the rest of this, and I have not mastered it yet. Anyways, the brain will probably be somewhere right here, just so it's easy to access and doesn't get banged up of anything else over here. I'm gonna wrap these all up the best I can. And I may actually put some tape around this just to keep dust and crap from getting in there. Other than that, I think I'm pretty much good to go as far as this goes. That's the cable we talked about again. Like 8 feet of cable here. I'm gonna have to take this plug out and figure out where to put it in here. But again, this goes to where the normal red power is anyways, or activation switch. And as far as grounding goes, this is bolted to a plate and a bolt and everything. I may just bolt it to that, ground it there, or I may actually ground it to a section on the body of the truck. The negative on this is grounded again, but you know, whatever. I'm probably going to try it on this first just because it's easy, or I may make a quick connect and put this on the truck itself. This is probably unnecessary for most people, but the whole idea behind this compressor bringing this little tub here, this goes underneath the rear seat of my car, and it quick connects on its own. So I like having it being able to quick connect, so if I have to take this to someone else on the trail that's a little bit further down the line, I don't have to try to move my car next to them if they're in a weird spot or something. I can always just run the hose to them, but if it's just easier to move this, I like the option. So I may do a quick connect so I can just quick connect that as well, the grounding. but I suppose I would have to have grounding wherever I hook it up to. I'll play around with that. But I do also have a quick connect for the main power supply, which also I made jumper cables basically that connect to these. So we'll keep at it. Okay guys, this is the lovely red truck and my shitty work Jeep. What we're gonna do is test out my new setup. Mind the mess, it's all just all over the place at the moment. But either way, plug, ARB compressor on. See down here, little LED lights. Yep, it's on. Perfect, everything's good. Oh, that's not good. Use my brain here. There we go. Alright. This is gonna be cool. I'm gonna get you guys a trail video soon, but this is all for right now in the driveway because it's supposed to snow today. It's cold as fuck. Alright. Go to your ARB app, which is in the corner here. It is disconnected. Oh, automatically connects, which is great once it's paired. You don't have to do the normal pairing. App will walk you through. It's super simple. Target pressure, I have presets. Right now it's on preset 4, which is 0. I have, my truck X up, X mid, X low, whatever I want. Preset 4 is 0. In case I don't want a preset, this is not my car. Well, it is my car. It's my work car I'm setting up now. We're going to go to 33. Okay. Now, in there. It just beeped at me and vibrated, let me know it's done. Now on the front wheel here, I'm trying out the deflating. So you plug it in, right? Just your chuck to the wheel. And then it doesn't actually release the air there. Go back to the line, back to the module. And there's this little screw with a bunch of wire in it. Which is pretty cool. It acts as a valve. So I'm not 100% sure how it works personally, but yeah, you can feel it all right here. Obviously you can't feel the camera, but that's where it releases air. Now I'm sure that's not the most high volume air release you're gonna get out there, but it's pretty cool because it just goes to the target. So now it's done. That was it. I set it to 20. And now we're gonna reset it to 33. As we just said, we set the current pressure down to the target pressure to 20, so it dropped the current pressure to 20. And we're going to set the target pressure again to 30, and it's going to kick on. As you can see, kicking away, no problem. And that's all you have to do. No sitting there with the gauge. I can actually film this with no problem off the cell. I could sit in the car if I ran this through the window there. Can't wait to try it out on these guys on the trail and see how easy it is. I obviously have the fear of Bluetooth connection not working because I did have a hard start with that, but it wasn't the device's fault. It was just the way my stuff is set up. But yeah, this is way convenient. Like I actually have a space right here that I kept for the pressure regulator and so forth, but now I don't have to have. So kind of cool. And look, we're done. And remember, whatever's in your way, get over it and have fun.